Let's talk about the opening of the third eye. It's quite a divine event. It's basically what the whole religious story is all about. It's the Jesus story. Coming into the light, it's enlightenment. In religious texts, they mention the gates. The gates will be opened and will not be shut. Those gates just happen to be your claustrum in your brain. Two narrow passageways that aren't really open. Once they open, that's your flood. It floods through those passageways. It's called the Red Sea. Why is it red? Because it's blood. It bleeds. It's man's one-off, feminine loss of his virginity. Yeah, believe it or not, it's in your brain. It's a one-off event because man is male and female. X and Y chromosome. Well, the X part's in your brain, mate. And that's, you can see the female design within your brain. So these passageways part way. And the fluid rushes through them to the frontal lobe. It's all to do with the magnetic field of Earth and the moon. The full moon. This is why they have the Uraeus on the forehead of the ancient Egyptians. They're telling us. They've left everything for us to understand, but goes over everybody's head. So it's opening the third eye. So opening the third eye is the pineal gland. That's your third eye. See, the humans with their two eyes only see, I think it's 0.0035% of the light spectrum. You see the ancient Egyptians depict multiple colours on their hieroglyphs or reliefs or whatever they are, of birds' wings and representing all these colours. The universe is made up of all these frequencies, because colour is frequency, right? Sound. Our whole realm is based on sound. But we only see that small percentage of the light spectrum. Anyway, our two eyeballs are only picking up on that light spectrum, the 6 or 7 colours. And they feed those frequencies back to our brain, and our brain gives us an image of what we're looking at. Okay? Well, the third eye doesn't come via these eyes. It goes through the third eye in your brain. Meaning your third eye, your pineal gland, is picking up those other frequencies. They are a higher frequency. And you get an image, a mental image in your head. You don't have to see it. It's like a thought. And this is all about divine enlightenment. Waking up and you're downloading all this extra information from above that no common man can see. It's all in the mind. And this is what happens when he wakes up. He can read the Bible. He's not reading it word for word like every other person who just reads it and doesn't understand it. He can see the story that's he cannot go back to and refer to show someone else, because it's all in here. So that's the third eye. And how does that come about? Well, what happens is the fluid, your pineal gland is sitting in fluid. And that fluid gets released. So your pineal comes up out of the water. It's like the Benben stone coming up out of the water. Or creation of earth, where the water subsides and the mountains come out of the water. The parting of the sea, whatever. It comes out of the water and now can pick up the higher frequencies. That's spiritual enlightenment. Opening the third eye. Opening the third eye to receive the higher frequencies that your two eyeballs cannot receive. Now the story goes, due to the fact that that third eye is open, it actually takes something away from your visual perspective with your two eyes. So there's times you don't see things. And this is when it gets a bit confusing. Some people, you can sort of say you get things confused because you can see things in your mind, but your eyeballs aren't really seeing them. And you get a bit confused about things. And you can be looking and looking and looking, and you just do not see something, but someone next to you sees it. It's a bit confusing, especially when you're trying to write something down. You think you're writing this, you go back and find, hello, what the heck is this? You don't even understand it yourself. Whether that's connected or not, I don't know. Or that's the bug in my phone. One of the two. I think it's a bug in my phone. Because I didn't have it when I first bought this phone, a new phone, because I got fed up with the other one, spending half an hour to type fucking 5 lines. So I got this new phone, and wow, marvellous, I could write a story within minutes. But then I tapped on a few messages, strange messages, and then all of a sudden I've got the same thing on this phone. I can push all the letters and they all get jumbled up and confused. And then I'll go back after going over it 5 times and then sending it. Then I go and see the message again later and find it's all jumbled up again. They're on to me. They don't want me sharing information. YouTube stopped any correspondence with people because what they're doing, these scientists on my site, are giving me information which I can work on. So they've stopped all that. One of them was the fact star trails only see a certain degree of stars in the rotation before they move on. They come in, do the rotation, then move out. I had no idea of what degree it was doing. One of these guys knew exactly, so he mentions it. So I started using that information. Straight after that, well, not long after, they stopped all this correspondence. And people blame me, tell me that I'm removing comments or deleting comments or whatever. I'm not doing it. I'm not touching anything. So anyway, that's your third eye. Understanding the third eye. That's the whole story of religion. Man's awakening, gathering this information, receiving this information that no mere mortal can receive. And you might want to refer to that Meatloaf song. I've had a go. Heaven Can Wait, because he's basically singing about a spiritually enlightened person who's had a taste of heaven, because you have to receive this through your physical world, your physical life on earth. It's not when you die. You have to receive it now to go on to heaven. So once you receive it here in the physical world, you know where you're going afterwards. You know the whole story, and you've had a taste of this. So you want to just stay here and enjoy it because you know you're going to this place afterwards anyway, so why rush it? Okay?